Let's try this again. I'm talking to dead air right now, of course, but let's try another unannounced live stream, shall we? And see where we go with this. It's December 29th, 2:20 p.m. on Monday, 2025. And I have a little bit of time here before I rush off and eat some pizza and drink some liquor with some friends of mine as I watch the football game. And I thought, let's waste everybody's time, including my own, by trying to succeed in having an unannounced podcast. Oh, wait, there we go. Someone popped up already. Hey there. Hello there, Avenger6. How are you? Thank you for popping up. I appreciate that. How are you doing today? I don't believe I've ever seen your name before. Venger6. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Where are you in the world? I'm always interested to know where people are. And thanks. Thank you for appreciating my opinions. I know I have some really divisive opinions, but they are just opinions, right? And I'm happy to have this outlet to have those opinions because um, I get to meet people like yourself. Oh, cool! Where in Texas are you? I have several people who reach out to me who are in Texas. I really enjoy Texas as a state. I've been there many times, and um, I like Texas. I just think it's its own world. You know, obviously it's a state, but it's also its own world. Dallas, all right. Oh, it's Paul Dano. Dallas, yeah, man. I've been to Dallas. That's the two cities I've been to the most are Dallas and Austin. Very different cities, as you know, but I like Dallas. I really enjoyed Dallas, actually. I just felt like there was a huge variety of life and people and options in Dallas. It's really, I don't know, a really cool city. I like Dallas. Yeah, with Paul Dano, I felt kind of bad after I made the video, I guess. I mean, I'm not trying to make it sound like I didn't want to turn into a Paul Dano bashing festival, but it was more of just a critique on how people having opinions is just so people just go crazy when famous people have opinions about things. And prior to social media, you know, I'm old enough to remember that when people had opinions about things like this, nobody cared. They blew it off and didn't really have much to say about it. But now it's just become this huge thing, and I think it's mainly just nonsense for social media to have content to opinionate on. And really, at the end of the day, it's just somebody having an opinion. So good for Paul Dano. I'm glad that he has a career. I'm not a fan, and neither is Quentin Tarantino. And who cares? So what? You know what I mean? Um, and I'm happy that Tarantino didn't apologize because everyone's apologizing for being real these days, and I think it's dangerous. I think it's lame. So anyway, thanks very much for your comment on that. Yeah, man, I almost moved to Austin. Like many things in my life where I make rash decisions, I almost moved to Austin and Dallas due to a women make me do weird shit. But we're men, right? This is I think most men make the craziest decisions of their lives based upon women. I mean, it just is what it is. So my woman at the time was from Texas, and I'd never been there before, and I went to visit because she was from there and she wanted to move back. She wanted to move to Austin, but she was actually from Dallas. So I went to Austin first, and dude, I loved it, man. I really enjoyed it. We went to Dallas. I loved that too. But her and we broke up before any of that happened. But I was getting ready to do it. I was definitely ready to move to Texas. Um, Jack Black. Yeah, yeah. on Christmas, my family and I were channel surfing, and Minecraft happened to be playing in the background. And I got through 2 minutes of it before, and not just me, everybody in my family who was witnessing Minecraft on the television, we all had to quickly turn the channel away because it was so fucking bad. Um, yeah, Jack Black's just become a whore. He is clearly in it for money. He has no authenticity anymore. He's just a big fat bloated whore. I think he definitely represents what's not so good about the movie industry. He's just willing to sell himself in any way possible to make a buck. And, you know, people with very low standards and questionable taste fund his entire career. It is what it is. It's like most people doing famous people making commercials now. They just don't care. They have no pride anymore. They're just in it for the dollar. There's no artistic merit anymore at all to anything that these people do. I used to like Jack Black too. I guess I always will because I know that deep down he's a talented guy, but he's just chosen this other path of being a big fat whore. And I cannot respect that. I can't. So oof, yeah, Minecraft. I mean, what? Yeah, let's make a movie out of a video game. That's a wise idea. I mean, forget about having original thought and some new ideas. Why do that? That would require that we come up with some intriguing content with some originality. That's too hard. Let's just piggyback on things that we know are successful and do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Because that's exciting. But even scarier, that approach works. So yeah, lame. Yeah, I agree. Like where he played this scary, crusty, smelly record store clerk because that's kind of what he is. That's real Jack Black. That's Jack Black being authentic. I thought he was great in Tropic Thunder too, but I just thought Tropic Thunder was a great movie overall. God, what a great movie. And a movie that couldn't even be made anymore. And that movie's really not that old. I mean, it came out in 2008, right? So what, 17 years old, and we can't even make that movie anymore. That would be so far politically incorrect now. It's just we're so far removed from having any kind of social discourse that Tropic Thunder puts forth that it's scary to think about. We're not even 2 decades away from that movie, and there's just no way in hell that movie would be able to get made now. Yeah, did you ever see him on Mr. Show way, way, way back? That was the first time I ever saw Jack Black was on Mr. Show. And that was almost 20 years ago. I saw an episode of Mr. Show live back in the God, when was that? 98? Back in the late 90s at some point. I was down in California and I stumbled into going to a live taped episode of Mr. Show. And yeah, Jack Black. I don't know that I don't think Jack Black was part of the episode that I was present for, but um yeah, that's where I first saw him, and I think he was he doing his Tenacious D thing then? I don't even remember. That's another thing that annoyed me about him is when they were doing Tenacious D. What was it, last year? And Kyle said something about Trump, like it was after Trump got shot, and Kyle Gass said, "Hey, don't miss next time," and then they fell over themselves apologizing. Like, why? He said it, you meant it. It's more disingenuous to apologize. We all know you said it because you meant it. You're a grown man. Own it. But Jack Black was the first one repudiating Kyle Gass for having an opinion. It's like, dude, shut up. You feel the same way. Stop lying about it. Be real, dude. You just lost a lot of your fan base, I think, by doing stuff like that. But Yeah, Cable Guy was great. I thought that's a really underrated movie, man. Yeah, that's Jim Carrey, like, scary Carrey. He's truly kinda scary in that movie. That movie is way ahead of its time too. It was talking about TV, but I think generally it was talking about media. It was a criticism of media, and, that movie was way ahead of its time. I think it could, very easily be a criticism and social critique of social media as well. It's just, people who are plugged in all the time. Very underrated movie, I think, Cable Guy. Like the number 23. Are you from Texas originally? Like, were you born there? Getting ready to go shoot some pool, huh? Yeah, Texas is a cool state, man. Texans truly believe that they're in their own country down there. It's interesting. It's they already feel like they've seceded from the union down there. Texas, in my opinion, of the states I've visited, Texas is definitely the most unique in terms of people. People are super friendly too, man. I've never seen such. I'm sure it's fake, but I've never seen such friendliness in my life. I mean, just real Southern hospitality going on down there, at least when I was there. Um, you know, generally just people who, I don't know if it's just, if is it baked into your upbringing there in Texas? Like, are you guys raised to just kind of, is it like a reflexive action for you guys to, be friendly to others even though you hate people? I mean, I don't know. I liked it, honestly, because I'm from the Northwest where people are really aloof here. People just don't, here in the Northwest, people are very insulated and aloof and just don't seem to care about anything. You go to Texas and people are like, "How y'all doing?" From all forms of life and any political persuasion, people want to know how y'all doing. I thought it was cool, man. I don't know, it was just different. I'm used to people awkwardly looking down at the sidewalk and being very standoffish. You go to Texas and it's not like that at all. Oh man, a big bad. I don't know. I don't have any comment on that. I've never watched it. Is Sheldon the dorky guy? Is he the nerd? I don't even know. I've never watched that show. I know there's a nerd in that show. Yeah, friendly in most parts. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you go to fucking, I don't know, Nacogdoches or something, it might not be as friendly. I don't know. You go to Waco, Texas, and it might not be so friendly. But I went to the bigger towns, and what I like about Texas too is you just get like a real melting pot of people. I mean, just every type of person, every color of person. I don't know. In here in Portland, you just have a bunch of entitled whiteys. It gets really boring. You go to Texas and you got everything, man, everything, and I like that. I think I think it's good to just have other cultures as part of your own. It's healthy. In the part of the world I live in, it's all just inbred white person culture, which gets really super boring. Yeah, unfortunately, well, no, they're still here, but in the last 2 decades, it's been bled. The beauty has been bled out of it a lot because so many people live here now. The secret's out. It's people have flocked here over 2 decades, and a lot of that beauty that it's still here, but like how beautiful is it if you're out in the forest and you've got no privacy because there are 20 families of six wandering around shitting in their diapers and taking photos and yelling and laughing, and it's just the human quotient. They take out that natural beauty. You can't, I mean, there's barely any part of the earth that's uncovered now. And unfortunately, that's the way it is here. You used to be able to go to the forest or go to the beach and have privacy. Now it just doesn't happen. That is the thing that kept me. One of the things I didn't want to move to Texas for is, I think I've said this before, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but I went to Austin during the Christmas, like this time, and it was like fucking 90 degrees, man. It was like, what in the world? 90 degrees on Christmas? Like, what is going on? It definitely made me miss being here, but being born here and being raised in Washington, it's you leave and you realize like, oh yeah, it's green here and we have fresh air here, and you don't miss it until you leave, kind of thing. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I gotcha. I understand what you're saying there. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, it was it freaked me right out. I had a out of body experience, like, wait a minute. It's the end of December and it's 90, like, what in the world is happening? I mean, it hardly ever gets to 90 at all here all year round. I mean, maybe for a couple weeks in July and August it gets to 90. And that's it. That's all we have here. It's just pretty moderate. It doesn't get too hot, it doesn't get too cold. It's just kind of, we get the four seasons, but even then it's just kind of moderate. Like right now, I don't know. I think it's in the 40s right now, but there are five other people here. Where are you, man? I'm glad somebody's here though. I've tried doing these live streams a couple times over the last few weeks, and no one has shown up. So it's hard to gauge when people are available. You try to announce these things, and people won't show up, and then you just do one randomly and then people will show up. So kind of hard to predict. I do my best. Oh, no shit. Yeah, the Rams game. Yeah, I joined a couple high stakes leagues this year. I won one of them, which is good. If I usually hit on a 35% success rate, and that's where I was this year. I did 3 leagues and I won one of them. So that's where you want to be, cuz yeah, it's tough. I play in these super high stakes, like, I play people from around the country kind of thing, and they're hard to win. And I won my league this year. I had I had Jackson Smith and Jigba, and I had Matthew Stafford, who's playing tonight. I also have Puka Nakua, who's playing tonight. Um, Jameer Gibbs, who took a massive shit all over me this week. Who else did I have? I had DJ Moore, who was just, yeah, unbelievably frustrating. I had like my team was loaded, and then I had DJ Moore. It's like, fuck. I did a really good job picking early, and then my mid round picks were just garbage. DJ Moore, and who was my other guy? I can't even remember. I had Quentin Johnston, who was hit and miss. I just had a bunch of hit and miss guys. Yeah, yeah, that's all it is. You play, like, when you play in different leagues, you have to diversify, right? You can't. Although I had Jackson Smith and Jigma in all my leagues because I just didn't. I had strong feelings about him. I'm also a Seahawks fan, but I don't normally let that get in the way, but he also was the right choice every time. So, um and dude, it paid off. And I had Puka, so it's like, it offset the fact that I had goobers like DJ Moore, you know? God, what a pain in my ass that guy was. Ugh. Yeah, Curtis Armstrong, booger. Yeah, I know. I know. I miss those movies, man. Back when comedies were subversive and actually dirty and funny and smart and witty and clever. And now it's just the same garbage. It's just rinse and repeat. It's just all politically correct, G rated. Even when it's rated R, it's still G rated. It's almost they put an R rating on comedies now just to give you this illusion that they're dirty, and then you watch them, and it's like, why is this rated R? There's no reason for this to be rated R. It could have easily been PG, but I think that's part of the branding now. It's like, hey, it's rated R, it's dirty, it's adult. No, it's not. Go watch Revenge of the Nerds or something. But oh, hey, what's up, William Wilson? What's up, man? I don't think I've seen your name before. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, I was just explaining to Venger Six there that I try to announce live streams and people don't. It's funny, people don't show up to those. I'm just timing it poorly. I try to do my best in timing these live streams. I just don't do a very good job of that. When I'm free to do them, nobody else is free. So, and I frankly, I assume that nobody would show up to this one either because it's 2:30 on a Monday, at least for me. But thanks for showing up. Where are you, William, in the world? Are you here in the U.S.? Yeah, it's true, man. It really is. Like 16 Candles was rated PG. Bad News Bears back in the 70s was rated PG. Uh, I mean, those movies wouldn't even get made today, much less, be rated PG. Just different times, man. I appreciate that things change. I'm fine with that. But I think generally overall, movies have just lowered in quality. They're just very much the same. They all have agendas. They don't want to challenge audiences. Yeah, I just think it's a very sad time for entertainment in movies. It's arguably the worst time. I don't think there's even an argument. I think it's the worst it's ever been. And again, I understand things change. I get it. It's not that. It's just there's just really movies are very static now. Kind of the same thing over and over. Oh, okay. I think I kind of remember that. I think I remember talking about Trailer Boy. You're in Virginia? Oh, okay. Yeah, did we talk about, like, Alexandria? Because I have relatives there, I think. I think they're still there. I've been to Alexandria a number of times just because my relatives. Um, oh god, no. Oh, no. Bad News oh, no, god. There's no way that would survive today. By the way, one of the greatest comedies of all time, right? Oh, man. Oh, hey, not Magenta. What's up? I recognize you. Where do I? Oh, yeah. Are you're in the UK, right? You commented on uh Wolfgang Press. Am I getting that? God, I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. But you mentioned Time by Wolfgang Press, right? You're in the UK. God, I'm really sorry if I'm wrong about that. But thank you, Not Magenta, for showing up. I appreciate that. How are you doing? I'm very happy that you're here. Yeah, yeah, Alexandria. It's been a while, but I liked Alexandria. I don't know if I'd wanna live there, but oh my god, Bad News Bears is the oh my god, so good. It's so good, that movie. It's a sports movie, but it's like it was so clever that it was about more than sports. You know, it's about our society and how wrapped up we get with our own progeny. Like, how the parents are the real crazy people and the kids are the smart ones, you know? As a teacher, I can vouch for that. It's true. The kids are usually way more grounded than the parents are. It's crazy, but, oh, sweet. Alright, I'm glad I got that right. Yeah, I definitely recognize you. Thanks for being here, man. Um, where in the UK are you? Do you mind me asking? I'm doing alright, thank you. How are you doing? Um, I was just telling the other guys here, like, I do a really poor job of trying to time my live streams. It doesn't normally go that well. I try to get as many people here as I can, but I fail. I fail on that one. Uh, I would love it if I could time it better, but I just can't. We all, we all have lives, right? I hope, but I do my best in having. I like doing live streams around this time too. But for me, it's 2:45 in the afternoon. But I know for you, you're in the UK, right? So what? It's 9:45, 9:45, something like that. So it's a decent time to try to get all the time zones in. I can get Europe in here. I hopefully it's early for Americans, but that's where my viewers are really. They're pretty much all Americans and they're all Europeans in that, in the UK or a lot of Germans that watch the channel too, but it's just by virtue of the music I talk about. But I'm doing all right. I'm not a fan of the holidays, but um I'm trying to get better about it. It's my family. I have a relatively big family, and it's a nice time to see them. It's really that's what it's about for me is getting to have some time with my family. But in terms of just the holidays, I don't give a shit. I really don't care. I just don't give a fuck. I'm kind of over the commercialization of it and the nonstop commercializations and ads and sell points and sell throughs, and it just gets exhausting for me. But oh, okay. Oh, what do we got here? Hey there. Hello, Mineral Sky Puzzle. Oh, nice. Thank you for watching that. Yes, I have heard those. I have heard those, and I enjoy them very much. You literally just found my channel? Really? That's cool. Thanks for coming in here. Yeah, that Harakami album. Oh my god, man. When I first heard that 20 years ago, it blew me away. And I can still listen to it today, 20 years later. It still sounds fresh. It's just kind of in its own world. And just, not a lot of people know it because it was some obscure Japanese only release. It still is to this day, I think. So, yeah, I love talking about that one. Okay, so it's 10:50 for you. You're 8 hours ahead. Um, yeah, yeah, dude. That's exactly what it is. It really is exhausting. I don't even I struggle with even having this YouTube channel because it's part of social media, and but it's moments like this where I get to talk to you guys that make it worth it, honestly. I know it sounds corny, but it's true. Like I love having this connection with you guys. But man, social media, it's just I really, really, really despise it. It's very depressing to me and it takes a lot of energy out of me. And I wanna make more videos, but at the same time, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm part of this machine that I hate. It's yeah, it's troubling, but I don't know how to deal with it. I guess I just deal with it by doing stuff like this, you know? It makes it seem worth it. Yeah. Do you buy vinyl, Magenta? Are you in do you buy records? 'Cause, man, I guess I'm glad over the years that I kept all my records because, you know, there was a time like 20 years ago where just, nobody bought records anymore. It was hard to find them. I don't know, I just never got out of it. A part of it's due to my setup too, I've been modeling and sort of investing in this vinyl setup my whole life, and part of it was that, like, what am I gonna do, like, not buy records anymore? Like, this is how I like to experience music. And there was definitely a time where buying records was really uncool, but now it's cool. So it's like, well, okay, I never stopped doing it, but um like when I show those records, I it's not out of trying to be cool or something. People have accused me of trying to be hip or something. It's like it's really not that. I'm the dork that just never stopped buying records, you know. I haven't really bought many this year, mainly because I can't afford it anymore, but mainly because I don't have to. And I have thousands of records. I don't need any more. Yeah, me too. He's awesome. Yeah. Usually I jump on anything that he's on, you know what I mean? It is totally unique. Nobody sounds like Harakami, nobody. When I worked at Discogs, we had a Japanese employee. She lived in Tokyo, and this is like a decade ago. It's tough to even now, it's tough to find stuff in Japan, Japanese releases. She hooked me up with everything I needed. It was awesome. I had a direct line to Japanese records, and so when I needed something, I would send her money and she would go shopping for me like, "Can you get this?" And can you That's how I got Lust by Harakami. I'm like, "Can you please buy this? Please, here's the money." And she went and got it. It was a definite bonus, man. Oh, thanks. Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I have plenty of moments where I'm like, "Why am I doing this channel?" It's just so stupid, but, um, thanks, man. I just it's nice. It's almost like a video diary, you know. I get to I get to mouth off basically. Um yeah, it's not a bad option. Yeah, I know. I agree 100%. Yep. When did you start buying like were you buying records when you were a kid like me? I just kind of had it. I got it from my dad, quite frankly. My dad, he bought records. And sometimes I wonder if I kind of carried the torch from my dad's habit. I grew up with records all around me. And so I love music. And so to me, it was just like, I must buy records if I want to hear music because of my dad had them. I was having a moment this week. They reissued Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd, obviously. It's 50 years since that happened. And that's really my earliest memory of listening to a record was Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd, listening to Welcome to the Machine. As I was listening to it, I was like, I think this is my earliest memory of having a record in my hand. It was Pink Floyd. I was It wasn't 1975 because I was only like a year old then, but a couple years after that, I was 3 or 4 and I was listening to Wish You Were Here, and I have this very distinct memory of it blowing my mind like, "Whoa, shit. This is the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life." And quite frankly, I still kinda have that moment when I listen to Pink Floyd. It's it's Pink Floyd. I don't know. Is there anybody on the earth that doesn't enjoy at least some Pink Floyd? I doubt it. It's like the Beatles, it's like, how come on, how do you not like at least a few Beatles tunes, you know? Oh, there you go. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The greatest record store I ever went to in my life was in Dallas, Texas. Bill's Records. Bill's Records. I was stunned at that store. Could not believe what I was seeing. I've been to record stores all over the earth. Nothing of them, none of them, nothing topped Bill's Records in Dallas, Texas back in the 90s. I don't think it's there anymore, but in the 90s, Bill's Records was the most stunning record store I'd ever seen in my life. Oh yeah, Square Pusher. Oh my god. Love that guy. Love that guy. Oh, fucking Square Pusher. Music doesn't get any better in my humble opinion. God, Tom Jenkinson is some kind of genius, man. I was just listening to Hard Normal Daddy the other day. God damn, what a great album. Oh, Beep Street. You guys know Beep Street? Oh my God, what a cut. What a cut. Tom Jenkinson, man. What a stud that guy is. Oh, hey, what's up? Dimension, what's up, dude? Speaking of Square Pusher, I know you love Square Pusher. You love yourself some Square Pusher. Aren't you the one that loves Hard Normal Daddy too? Look at that. Everything comes around. Hmm. Going Quackers. Okay, I don't even know what is that. Going Quackers? I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's Pink Floyd. I mean, yeah. We all love Pink Floyd, don't we? To some degree. I mean, sometimes bands just they become bigger than everything, and Pink Floyd's one of those bands. Um, Landmark Japanese Bass. Okay, wow, I've never heard of it. Okay, I'm writing this down actually. Yes, thanks for sharing, because I had no idea, no clue whatsoever. Um, no way Dallas mentioned. I live there. Yeah, uh, Venger Six is in Dallas as well. Oh, Josie Records. Okay, I knew that. Why did I know that? I think I've purchased something from Josie off of Discogs. That's how I know them. Okay. You know what? I'll remember that. Did you go to Bill's in the 90s? Dude, it was crazy. I was stunned. Bill had not just like a single copy, but he had multiple copies of like brand spanking new uh, uh, brand new copies of everything spanning the last 30 or 40 years up to that point from all areas of the world. All of these random old like European dance 12 inches that I could never find. He just had them. They're just sitting there, brand new, never touched. I'm like, how does this happen? I spent a lot of money there, man. A lot of money. Yeah, well, it went to Josie. Yeah, Bill, I just remember him sitting there hunched over smoking, chain smoking. He didn't price any of his records, which was really lame. Like he would gauge like your desire for the records and then he'd price them as you were standing there. So it was like, okay. But he would also give you a deal if you bought a lot of shit, and I bought a lot of shit. Mother's a that's the thing with Pink Floyd, like they kind of I guess the well, not I guess. The best music does that. you listen to it at a different stage in your life, and it can hit you in a different way. Mother's a good song. I don't love The Wall, but Mother is one of the songs on that album that's really good. It's interesting. I think the best tracks on The Wall are all David Gilmour songs. The best songs on that album are all Gilmour tracks. I think Roger Waters, he just got carried away with himself. He just started making solo albums there at the end. And Gilmour was like, well, what the fuck am I doing in this band? Why am I here? If it's Roger Waters now, I'll just go do my own shit. I think that's a big reason why I love Wish You Were Here the most. That's a David Gilmour album, you know what I mean? Yeah, Hard Normal Daddy. Oh, God, I love Square Pusher. He is the man. Let's see. No, not here they don't. I know. I go into record stores now and I miss the point completely. Do you feel that way? I just don't feel like I'm getting the best deals or the best selection if I physically go into a store. I feel like you get the best selection and stuff like that when you're ordering online because all these record stores have Discogs accounts now. And I know this for a fact because I used to work at Discogs. You know, they save all their best shit for Discogs because that's where they make their money. It's just easier, you know. Um, Although, you know, in the UK, they never really stopped buying records. Like you guys never, you know, records were always more readily available there. Not here in the US. You know, they really shied away from records at you know when the '90s hit. Like you know, I turned 18 in the early '90s, and I was way into electronic music, like British electronic music. So and just British music in general, like Wolfgang Press or whatever the hell it was. So a good 80% of my record collection is all European presses because Europe never stopped pressing records ever. America did. We just stopped making records here. Not all together, but for the most part. And the type of music I wanted, I had to get it from the UK or Germany or wherever it was because you know that was the only place to go. And luckily, there were a couple of record stores here in the US that, you know, sold primarily European presses because there were plenty of us that wanted that shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's all it was. Like Roger Waters solo albums. Roger Waters turned into a total kook too. I guess he always has been, but he's kind of I mean, that's kind of why I love him too. He's just kind of gone off the deep end, but he's become like a prog rock John Lydon or something. There's a couple of old men just babbling about goofy shit. I mean, I'll always love John Lydon too, but he's definitely losing his marbles. Yes. I've seen him a couple times. Great live, great live performer. Because he'll do the electronic thing, but then he'll break out the bass and do his virtuoso bass solos. He's just a star. I love that guy. Oh, Red Scroll. Um, I've purchased from Red Squirrel before. Um, Red Squirrel, aren't they on the East Coast? Aren't they on like in the Northeast? Aren't they in one of those tiny little states like Rhode Island or Massachusetts or something? Connecticut. Am I getting that wrong? I probably am. Yep. Yep. That's exactly what they do. Yep. Yeah, I know. It's trickier getting records now too because of all this tariff bullshit. Um, you know, it's harder to buy. Records are so expensive. A lot of European sellers just won't even ship to the United States, and I don't blame them. So it's that's another reason I haven't been buying as many records is because it's just so expensive. Yeah, it's just depressing times, man. Yeah, I think they did. What's the one in Germany? God damn it, I should know that. There's one big one in Germany that never closed. They're kind of known to be the best one in the world. Um, yeah, I can't remember what it's called. We got here. Headrillas. Oh my god. Forgot about that. That's a name right out of the 90s. Oh my god. That's part of the fun of like buying records in the 90s is man, there's so many 12 inches and remixes and there's so many records I picked up just because of there was one remix on it, you know what I mean? But then you pull it out of your archives and you realize that there's some other remix from some other band that you didn't know at the time, but you now love. It's part of the fun of record collecting, I think, is you don't know what you have. Like you bought it for one reason 30 years ago, but now you want it for a different reason. Millennium. 20 years. Yes, Palace. Thank you. Yes, Palace. That's the one. Aren't they known to be? Aren't they the? By the way, hello, Caesar. I feel like have I seen you before, Caesar? Am I saying you? I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. I feel like I maybe have seen you before. Maybe not. But yeah, Palace is. Aren't they kind of known to be like the top of the line vinyl presser on the planet? Like if you see something's pressed at Palace, you're like, okay, cool. I'm picking that one up. Connecticut. Yes. So, are you saying that you shop at Red Skull Records to mention that's where you go? I know they have a huge Discog store. Yeah, I've bought plenty of stuff from them. They do a bang up job, man. Yeah, I've purchased stuff from them. They're total pros about it. They pack things well and they don't mess around. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Love Cluster. That's the kind of shit I grew up with. Those are the kinds of records my dad had. Like he had Pink Floyd and the obvious shit, but then he had Cluster and Can and Kraftwerk, and he had all that shit as well. It just was a really nice. He was mainly into blues and stuff. He had a lot of old like, you know, he had like Otis Redding and James Brown and uh, Marvin Gaye and Bo Diddley. Like that's the kind of shit he grew up with. But then in the '60s and '70s, he got way into all the psych rock and shit. So he just had this really eclectic collection. And then my mom was into more pop, like she was into Beatles and Rolling Stones and uh, Animals and stuff like that. So it was just I got a taste of everything. And then I had an slightly older cousin who was into punk and new wave. I just lucked out, man. I grew up with a lot of different kinds of records around me. I was exposed to a lot of stuff. Ah, okay. Yeah, god damn that Psalm 69 reissue was a real bummer. Um, just awful. Yeah, just a terrible reissue, but the other ones were pretty good. I don't know. I think they just had the benefit of having analog masters with the older stuff, and then with Psalm 69, when Ministry started going digital, they just seemed to, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works. I feel like I have a good idea since I've worked in the industry, but you never really know. But with Psalm 69, I'm assuming that they just didn't have masters to anything. They just had a bunch of hodgepodge source material, and they plastered it all onto that reissue, and they didn't give a shit what it sounded like, you know? Yeah, me too. Dead Kennedys was part of that. Bad Brains, Dead Kennedys, Suicidal Tendencies, even. He loved the Residents too. Residents. He was way into the Residents. He was way into Yellow. That early Yellow stuff when they were on Ralph Records. That's where my love of Yellow started. You know, to this day, I love Yellow. Um, put um, what? I don't. Yeah, Residents. I don't know what you're talking about. The favorite. I was talking about my favorite albums. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, yeah. Led Zeppelin. Residents. Yep. Yeah, the Residents were like a big inspiration to the KLF, and we all love the KLF, right? I think the KLF, they would be the first ones to admit that the Residents were, one of the more influential bands for them, just in terms of like, not music wise, obviously music's completely different, but the mysteriousness, the importance of creating a lore around a band. That's what Residents did. That's what the KLF did. It's about not even so much about the music. It's about the story. Great DJ. I can't speak to his. Did he make music? Didn't he usually just do DJ mixes and stuff? I'm a little sorry. I'm a little stuffed up right now. I don't know. I've had something. Something's going around. Yeah. I do remember Kid Koala. I don't know if I ever saw him live. All the thousands of live shows I have seen, I don't think I ever saw him. Yeah. Yeah, how long's it been? It's been a while, right? When did that Well, I mean, when did their album come out? Was it 2009, something like that? 2010? Yeah, they came and went. I haven't been to a live show. See you later, Dimension. I haven't been to a live show in a long time, man. It's been a long fucking time. I think I know I've complained about it before, but I think number one, I'm just kind of burned out. I've seen so many live shows. I mean, literally thousands that I just don't feel like I don't know. It's too many. I burn myself out. It's my own fault. But also, people don't go to shows to enjoy music anymore. They just stand there to hold their cell phones and record it so they can go home and like watch it. And I don't know, no, people just don't go to a show to enjoy it anymore, to be present, to have a moment. They want to capture the moment and then relive it and then show their friends and post it on social media. And I just don't want to be part of that. It takes the fun out of it for me. And yeah, dude, it's been a long time. I had a chance to go see Underworld this year, and I didn't do it. I've seen Underworld a number of times. I don't know. I didn't want to. I didn't go. As much as I love Underworld, I just didn't do it. God, I think the last show I went to was Plaid. I saw Plaid like 5 years ago. I mean, it's been a long time since I've gone to a show. Those are the kinds of bands that pull me out, like Plaid or Square Pusher or uh, like it's got to be somebody like that. Um, there are a handful of people I will go see, but it's become it's yeah, for me it's got to be worth it. And even then I don't know. I wish people would leave their phones at home. I think it just being connected all the time, I just don't think it's a healthy thing. Um, wait, let me get it. Let me get down here. Coachella. Never been to one of those. Have I ever been to a big music? I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I've always I like smaller intimate venues. I don't like going to see shows in huge places, you know what I mean? It's just a personal thing. I don't enjoy it. There's just too much humanity. Love going to smaller theaters where there's 50 people standing around, and it's just I don't know. I think that's how I like seeing concerts in intimate venues. It makes it a better experience for me. Like yeah, like Magenta. That's how I've seen Wolfgang Press. I've seen Wolfgang Press twice, and both times there were a couple hundred people there. Like to me, it was perfect. Um, just having that kind of intimacy with the band, as it were, I guess. Bogdan Rosinski. Yeah, God, I forgot about him, man. That dude's still around? God, yeah, you're bringing up some old. Yeah, he was on Reflex. I remember that. At least one of the albums I have from him was on Reflex. DMX Crew. Holy shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're definitely into the same stuff. I mean, anything on Reflex, man. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, that was me in the 90s. Reflex, Scam, just anything having to do with Square Pusher, Aphex, Autechre. Oh my God. Yeah. That was me. It still is me, really. I still love that stuff. Uh, never seen. Have I seen The Cure? I don't think I have. No, I haven't. Well, wait a minute. Did I? No, I haven't. Um, yeah, The Cure. Yeah, Robert Smith is great. I don't know that I'd want to go see him live now, though. Yeah, there's too many. They're just too big. They're like an institution at this point. And I don't love. Well, the last Cure album actually I thought was the best thing they've done in a long time. But generally haven't been a fan of anything the Cure has done since the 80s, really. I think Robert Smith kind of he came and he conquered, and by disintegration he had pretty much said everything he had to say, and the things he's been doing since he's just keeping the gears of the machine turning. But that's just my opinion. What the hell do I know? I don't think there. I mean, there aren't many bands that are still around. That were around in the '80s that are still interesting to me. I mean, Wolfgang Press. I don't know. They had that album that came out last year after not doing anything for 30 years. I thought it was a pretty good album. Um, but man, it's rare. I mean, bands like Depeche Mode are just unlistenable now. The garbage that they're farting out is just gross. It's all right. I mean, they Depeche have made they've made enough brilliant music where they get a pass, but the stuff they put out now is just terrible. Uh-oh. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on Trent Reznor now. Come on. Every time I talk about him, I get in trouble. People they're always stunned that I don't like Nine Inch Nails. People don't know what to do with that information. It's like people are petering out here. I had 9 or 10 people here at one point. Now it's dwindled down to 4. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. Updated. What is this? Oh, let's see. What is going on here? Sorry, hang on a second. What is going on right now? I'm having some kind of technical issue here. Hang with me. I'm sorry. Okay. James, no, I want to. No, I haven't gotten around to that. You know what? I am getting ready in a little while here. I'm meeting some friends of mine where we are going to be sharing some spirits and basically um dousing ourselves while we watch a football game. So I'll listen to James K on the way there. Isn't her out? Isn't it called Friend or something? Is that the name of the new album? Friend. Like I picked it up. I downloaded it from Apple Music when it first came out. I have yet to listen to it, but no, I want to hear it, and I will listen to it on the way to soaking myself tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. I'll listen to it. I trust your judge. Any Wolfgang Press fan is a trustworthy person as far as I'm concerned. And for what I have heard from her before that, I liked. So she's from New York, right? Is she a New York person? Let me see. Do I have this? Yeah, I did download this. It's all queued up, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to listen to this. Yeah, I've been I was going to ask you guys what you've been listening to. So there's your answer, Magenta. You're listening to James K. I was listening to Herbert today. I don't know where that. You ever wake up in the morning and you haven't been thinking about an artist and you just have a song stuck in your head and you have no clue why it got there and how it got there? I woke up this morning with a Herbert song in my head. And you guys like Matthew Herbert? Love that guy. But James K, I'm listening to that tonight. Let me see if I can. I'm going to link you guys. Not that you care, but I'm going to. Let's see here. Yeah, here it is. I was going back in time. Yes, yes, around the house, man. What I just linked you to, I don't know why it was in my head. It was some random remix he did back in the late 90s, but it was just in my head this morning. Oh, I love Herbert, man. I just having that 90s house feeling this morning. It's been Herbert today. But no, I'm glad you reminded me of James K. I totally forgot about her. I've liked what I've heard. Um, a different sound, man. It's hard to do that. I don't know. She seems intent on doing something different. I totally respect that, man. There's not enough of that. Yep. That's what I have. I have friend all ready to go. I wish I could play music on this thing. Anytime you play music when you're on YouTube, they shut your ass down because you're breaching some kind of copyright. Everything's owned by something. You can't even have a thought without it being without being libeled. You know what I mean? It costs money just to exist. Oh, right, you're in Manchester. Okay. There's someone else that pops up here from Manchester Magenta. His name is Andrew, I want to say. He's not unsurprisingly, he's a huge New Order fan. We've talked about the best Manchester band. It's kind of a that's kind of a pointless exercise picking the best Manchester band. Like how do you figure that one out? There's so many good ones. Oh, nice. Are you going to that one? Wow, that's cool. I assume you're going to that one, yeah? Yeah, I'm surprised Andrew didn't show up actually. He usually shows up to every live stream I do. I'm glad I'm reaching people in Manchester. That makes sense to me because Jesus, I have so many records from Manchester bands. I mean, Jesus, I think I have every one. Every fucking one of them. I mean, oh my god, I loved that whole thing. In the late 80s, early 90s, man, I was all over all that shit. All of it. I was just listening to Happy Mondays yesterday. Ah, Magenta, do you know the Vince Clarke remix of Wrote for Luck? Do you know what I'm talking about? God, what a great. I mean, one of the greatest remixes I've ever heard in my life. The Vince Clarke remix of Wrote for Luck. Oh my god. It's still that remix, that track still gives me chills, man, every time I hear it. So good. Here, let me Vince Clarke, the dude from Erasure, Depeche Mode. He did a remix of Wrote for Luck. And oh my god, he took a great track and made it 100 times better. Which I love that. I love the art of the remix in general, it just is always it just takes me back. It, Magenta, it seems like you might be around my age too, right? Like This was late 80s, early 90s. I mean, my God, what a time to be coming of age, right? Just the music. Just it's still ahead of its time, I think. You listen to it now, it's like it's still great. It hasn't aged a fucking day. Oh, you're 29. Okay, well, forget that. Um, yeah, well, if you were around then, it was pretty exciting. It was you couldn't keep up with it. There's just so much good stuff all the time. Just it's a constant barrage of brilliance, just records all the time. Um, oh, you talking about James K? Yeah, I know. I kind of have a crush on her too. um, she just seems like she's making really good music for the right reasons. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like some people make good music for the wrong reasons because they're busily listening to other things. They think they know what sounds cool, but it's not authentic. James K is authentic, I feel. Like she's making music for the right reasons. She's making it because it's what makes sense to her. She's authentic. You know what I'm saying? That probably makes no sense, but did you you're 29. Are you new to Wolfgang Press, or have you been listening to them for a while? You were talking about Queer, right? Like was it Queer you were talking about when you commented on that video? Maybe it was Funky Little Demons. I don't know. Didn't I make one video talking about both albums? I probably should have separated those. In hindsight, it probably would have made more sense, but God, I saw Wolfgang Press. Was it Funky Little Demons too? I mean, I was just a kid, but God, that was a good show. My God. Just like those dudes had tons of swagger, great lyrics, awesome musicians. It was just like oh man. Again, so much music, I couldn't keep up with it. Yeah, check out yeah, I linked it. Yeah. The Vince Clarke mix. Wrote for Luck. I think you will enjoy that. If you let me know what you think. If you haven't heard it, listen to that and tell me what you think. That's one of my all-time I was thinking about doing a video of my favorite remixes. What do you think about that? It got me thinking last night as I was listening to that remix, like, you know what? I should do a video of my favorite remixes of all time. But then I have that moment of wondering, is anyone gonna give a flying shit about this? Probably not. But hey, why not? That's what my channel's about in the first place, making videos that no one gives a shit about. And then hopefully you find people that do care. All right, who else is left in here? It looks like people are done talking, which is totally fine. I understand. Deeply appreciate you guys showing up. Oh no, no, you're fine. No, no need to apologize. I'm frankly, I'm shocked you're still here, Magenta. It's 11:30 for you. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for being here, Magenta. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, I love him. Oh yeah. See, I'm glad you found me, man. Oh yes. See, I feel like I could sit here all day and recommend shit for you. You probably already know though. You probably already know it. Yeah, he's good. He's real good. Do you like Boys Noise? If you like, you probably do. I'm probably asking you something. You're probably rolling your eyes at me right now. Like, do I like Boys Noise? Durr. Yeah, he's He's really good at what he does. I saw him too. When did I see him? God. Uh, I feel like I saw him DJ. God, was it 20 years ago now? Fuck, I can't remember. It's been a while, but yeah, he's been around for a while, as you know. Yeah, Boys Noise. I'm trying to think of. Damn, there's so many things. Well, it sounds like you're pretty dialed in, like you know what's good and what's not good. So any recommendation from me probably won't mean a damn thing to you because you know your shit. So um trying to think, you know Herbert. I mean, damn. I'm trying to think. Did you get into the Click House thing? Like, do you like Akafin and things like this? I feel like maybe you'd like Akafin, but you probably know Akafin. I want to listen to Wolfgang Press now, and I've been talking about it. I haven't listened to Wolfgang Press for a while. Avenger 6, did you leave? You still here? I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm fooling around with something on the side here. I'll wait for you guys to. Oh yeah, and yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at a point in my life where if music doesn't make my head go sideways, I just don't. It's like, why am I listening to it? It has to. That's the requirement, you know. Oh, I love him. Oh my god, yeah. His first album, the Loop Finding Jazz Records. I'm assuming you know that one. Oh my lord, that one blew me away. It still does. I listened to that shit. When did that come out? 25 years ago. Um. Oh my god, yeah. So much good stuff. Like my brain is reeling right now of all the music from that time. I'm trying to think of well, he doesn't really. Yeah, 2002. I think it might have been even earlier than that, Magenta, like maybe 2001. I have a very distinct memory of listening to that album when like the planes flew into the towers. So I know it's a really morbid memory to have, but I think it might be 2001. Like that album, yeah, I'm almost positive. That album was like a soundtrack to the World Trade Center airplane crashing into the building. Pretty sure it was 2001 on that one. Oh man, there's a band that just came into my mind. Well, yeah, they don't really. Did you ever check out Burger Inc? It doesn't really fit, but I'm thinking of albums that I listened to at the same time. Burger Inc. Do you know Burger Inc? Um, let me link you. It's Wolfgang Volt, the guy, the gas guy. I assume you know that. Maybe not, but Burger Inc. is something else he did. This cut, I think you will enjoy this. If I'm getting your vibe. Okay, as we vibe with our music similarities here, check this out. Tell me what you think. Let it wash you away. Yeah, it's Burger Inc. is something he did um, with Org Burger. It was just it's a pretty simple compilation, but this album that I just linked you to compiled their 3 12 inches they did, and this 12 miles high cut. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. It's not. It doesn't really have anything to do with what we were just talking about, but it's vibes, man. It's just pure vibes. See, now I need to listen to this. Like, just let this track take you away. Just let it kinda wash over you like a warm blanket, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think if you have if you find the time to listen to this track, let me know what you think. I love hearing back from you guys when you haven't heard music. You definitely know your shit, so I would love to hear what you have to say about this one. Doesn't sound like Gas at all, you know? Not really the typical track from him, but cool, sweet. Yeah, I would love to know. How about any requests? You guys have any requests for future videos I do? I wanna make videos that you guys wanna watch. I don't know that I'm all that interested in doing videos just randomly anymore. I'd much rather try to get in tune with what you guys would like to see. Yes. Yeah, well, that's what he does, right? Yep. It's like, yeah, it's Gloom Polka. He actually has, let me wait, I know I keep linking you to shit, but, what is that cut he did? Oh my god. You will love this if you've never heard it. Where is it? This is one of my favorite Wolfgang tracks ever, and you've probably heard it. I apologize if I'm just sending you down an avenue that you already know, which I think you probably do, but I'm gonna link you to it anyway because I love this song so much. Where is it? Oh, come on. Where'd you go? I'm gonna find it one of these years. Give me 4 years and I'll find it. Where the hell did it go? They are. Oh, yeah. Those trees are falling all around you right now. It's just got, like, it's total monotony, but, like, that's part of the reason why we love electronic music, right? It's just, like, that monotony is so much more complex than it comes across. You start applying your life experience to it, and then before you know it, you're like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life." I'm still finding this track because I want you to hear it. Is this seriously not on here? Oh, I typed it in wrong. It's user error. I've also been listening to this lately. Love Inc. That's another Wolfgang alias. Total. Okay. Uh, let's see. Where am I? Forest Doom. See, I think you're onto something there. I think I should just rename my entire channel that Forest Doom Polka. Think of the subscribers that will tumble in. Forest Doom Polka, I gotta have a part of that. I need to have me a piece of that. Um, excuse me. Okay. Yep. All right. No, no, soft kill. No, do not know soft kill. I don't believe I've ever heard of soft kill. No, but I will now. I'm taking note. Soft kill sounds familiar, but I want to say no because it's not. I can't picture any album from them. So Nope. Definitely don't know South Kill. I'm looking them up right now. Wow. Live at Crystal Ballroom. Hey, that's in my town. Where are these guys from? Are they from? Where are they from? They have an album that is recorded here at the Crystal Ballroom, which is in the town that I am from. That's interesting. Unless there's another Crystal Ballroom that I'm not aware of. Yeah. Meta World Peace. Meta World Peace. Oh my lord. You mean Ron Artest? Is that what he's still calling himself? Meta World Peace? By the way, I'm going to ask you, William. If a band says they're from a town, don't you think that they should be born from that town? There are a couple of people that say they're from Portland, but they're not from Portland. They're from some other place, but then they relocated here and now they're like, "Oh yeah, we're from Portland." Like, no, you're not. You're not from Portland. You weren't born here. You didn't grow up here. Just because you moved here when you were 30 doesn't make you from Portland. It means you're now based in Portland, right? Right, Magenta? Like Happy Mondays are from Manchester. The Stone Roses are from Manchester. They weren't born in fucking, you know, Wales and then moved to Manchester. They're from Manchester. It's just stupid. Don't say you're from that town. You got to be born and raised, man. Right, exactly. Yes. That's exactly right. You pick the coolest place on the earth and go, "Oh, well, yeah, we're from there." Even though we just moved here 6 months ago. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I defy you to find any interesting band that ever originated from Portland. We have like Quarter Flash. That's about it. And Dan Reed Network, which I don't even think Dan Reed is from Portland. I don't think he is. And if you remember Dan Reed, I only remember Dan Reed Network because he owned one of the clubs I used to DJ at here in Portland. But he was a big thing because he was from Portland. I literally can't think of any other bands that are actually from here other than Quarter Flash. And yeah, you're saying to yourself, I've never heard Quarter Flash. Yeah, well, there you go. Portland is not known for its bands. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I'm so Berlin. Yeah. Yeah. And also like in my opinion, the greatest bands are never from the big cities. They're always from these tiny little hick towns because they're not being influenced by stuff, you know? Like you take someone like Aphex Twin, who was a total farmer, a total hick, Irish hick. He just came out of nowhere and he changed everything. Why? Because he wasn't being influenced by anything. He just did his own thing and he changed everything. I mean, that's usually how it happens. These people just look at James Brown. I mean, the dude was from South Carolina, some fucking nowhere town, some barn in South Carolina. And he changed the world. I mean, that's usually how it happens. The Beatles and Liverpool. I mean, you know, come on. It's usually the people that aren't. I get my point is I don't want to start trailing off here, but my point is it's usually the people who aren't really influenced by a lot going around them that end up changing stuff. You know, they just kind of they have an inner vision. You know, um, it's not being influenced by Berlin or whatever it is. Um, Square Pusher as another example. Even James Kay, when I hear her music, She's from New York, but I don't really, I think she's doing her own thing. That's important. I think you end up being more original if you're just authentic to yourself rather than being influenced by everything that's around you. You can't help but be influenced. I understand that, but yeah, Yola Tank. Did I talk about them? I don't even remember. Oh my god, I've done so many videos, Magenta. It's ridiculous. I don't even remember. Um, it's funny, like my friends who like their Yola Tango is one of those bands that kind of stand out as a polarizing band in terms of what I normally listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't normally listen to music like Yola Tango, but I do think that they're so unique that I like them. Yeah, you're not wrong about Lamb Chop. Yeah, that's funny you mentioned Lamb Chop. I was just listening to them. Did you ever hear the Up With People remix that Zero 7 did? Oh my god, it's so good. I pulled that record out of my archives the other day. That is crazy you mentioned Lamb Chop. I hadn't listened to them for years. I just listened to them this weekend. I had to hear the Zero 7 mix. If you've never heard the Zero 7 mix of Up With People, go check that out, man. It's a classic. It's so good. Way better than any Lamb Chop track, I think. Zero 7, it took Zero 7 to pull the best out of Lamb Chop. But I can see that. Yeah, I like Ween is another one of those bands. Like I can't believe I love Ween, but Ween's one of my favorite bands. I think again, it's the authenticity. It's talent mixed with just being authentic. It's being authentic is more important to me. That's the most important thing you can be when being a musician and a songwriter, I think. It's just being true to yourself, not trying to be something else. Yeah. I don't know if you're into Zero 7 either. I really like Zero 7. It's I like anything, you have to be in the right frame of mind and mood, but they did a remix of Up With People, and yeah, my god, it's so cool. It's so good. They make Lamb Chop even better. And honestly, I've never been a huge Lamb Chop fan. I mean, they're fine, but every time I hear that Zero 7 remix, I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I mean, that's really what they did. They presented like an electronic soul type approach to Lamb Chop, and it worked. Someone who's predisposed to electronic music anyway, like myself, responded strongly to it in a good way. Um, yeah, I don't either. Yeah. What was the video that brought you to my channel? Magenta? Was it Wolfgang Press? I feel like you made a comment before that about something else. I'm always interested to know the entry point for people. Most people that come to my live streams, they all found me through Skinny Puppy. It's always Skinny Puppy. Skinny Puppy. And now all those people hate me because I haven't talked about Skinny Puppy in so long. But I did like 100 Skinny Puppy videos. I don't know how much more I can fucking say about Skinny Puppy. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, are you serious, Move D? Magenta, I love you. How good is Move D? I'm so glad you found. He was gonna be interviewed by me. We had it dialed in. We were emailing each other. He was all ready to do an interview, and then I never heard from him. This happens a lot. When I worked at Discogs, this happened a lot. I'd have an interview set up, and then they just ghost me. They'd disappear. I mean, as far as I know, we're still doing it. It just hasn't happened. So it could still happen. In fact, you bringing this up makes me motivated to email him again. He's a super nice guy, and we were all ready to do the interview, and then he disappeared. Yeah, he's way into the herb. I can tell you that. He's a serious stoner. So he might he might he might have seen my email and just fucking, like you said, he zoned out. He just tapped out. He was like, "What?" Super nice guy. And I mean, honestly, I really believe that Move D is one of the premier electronic producers of all time. He really is. I mean it. Like, love him. He's been around for so long and he still does such brilliant music. He's so good. And super nice guy on top of it. Hopefully that happens. I'll email him again. I'm interested to see what happens. Yeah, he's grooving on another planet for show. There's no question about that. That's what he make. That's what it sound. When I listen to his music, that's what happens to me. I join another universe. God, he's good though. He's the man. Yeah, I would too. He said he'd do it. Oh, Magenta, DJ Sprinkles. Have you listened to DJ Sprinkles? Something tells me you have, but if you haven't, holy shit. You have no idea the brilliant world that awaits you if you have not heard DJ Sprinkles. Okay, good. I was going to say, I guarantee you will love DJ Sprinkles. I guarantee it. Rarely do I make guarantees on this channel, but yeah, absolutely one of the greatest dance music producers of all time, DJ Sprinkles. And or I should say she, pardon me. I think it depends on the day with Terry. Terry goes by he and she. I'll say he for the purposes of this. He also said he will do an interview with me. So I need to stay on his ass as well. So he'll come on my channel and talk. Because I've talked about him too. And these people find my videos, you know, I do them and then they reach out, and Sprinkles found a video I did. And he said that he would talk to me the next time he puts out a new album, but he hasn't put out a new album in a long time. What is that track? I'm just going to link this in case you've never heard it. Let me find it. Oh, you know what? He doesn't have his stuff on YouTube. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, here, I want to recommend, I keep recommending stuff to you, but it's important because this is some of the greatest music I've ever heard in my life. Magenta, if you have not heard Queerifications and Ruins, drop everything you're doing right now and go get it, because it's the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life in terms of, this is the name. It thinks it's spam. Hang on a minute. Well, it's called Queerifications and Ruins, and it's a collection of his remixes. Sprinkles, he's one of those interesting people where his remixes are typically better than his own tracks. I mean, his remixes are his tracks, really. But he does a remix of Parallax Beat Brothers. That's just one of the most beautiful songs I've ever. Yes, but although you can, it's a compilation, so you can buy every remix on that compilation on vinyl. You just have to buy each individual 12-inch. But yes, it's CD only. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's like the greatest collection of ambient house techno music you've ever heard in your life. It's just stunningly good. This is one of the high points, Parallax Beat Brothers, in my opinion. Unbelievable track. I mean, they're all great, but I know I'm recommending a lot of stuff to you. You have a lot of homework to do. If you have time, for any of this stuff, I would be deeply humbled if you found time to listen to this stuff, because oh my god, it's so good. You will freak right out. It's so good. Nine people here. Hello? I have to leave soonish. So if anybody has anything else, I mean, I'm having Magenta, I'm having a great time talking with you. I'm so glad you're here. And we have 8 other people here, so I'm just wondering. Oh my god, yes. Oh, did you read my interview with him? I interviewed Roman. Would you like to read it? I actually did an interview with him. And I'm proud to say that he is one of the nicest fucking guys I've ever met in my life. He's a total gentleman, a top dude. Couldn't be great sense of humor, couldn't be nicer. Yes, it's on my website. I did not that wasn't an interview. It's on my website. I hope you don't mind if I link you to that. I know, more homework for you. I apologize. I know. But I did interview him. And yeah, top dude. And I hung out with him. I interviewed, he came to there's an electronic music festival in Seattle every year called the Decibel Festival, and I interviewed him a decade ago. I interviewed him, and then I went and saw him play live after that, and then we hung out afterwards. Really nice guy. And here's a direct link to that interview, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, God, he was a nice guy. I got super nerdy with him. I think I'm one of those guys that interviews artists and they don't even remember their own music, but I do. Like he was trying to remember something he did, and I was like, "Oh, you mean this?" And he just laughed. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's it." Like he didn't even know his own stuff. I knew it better than he did. I'm that guy. I am like the deep nerd that knows all that stuff. Yeah, I did hundreds of interviews when I worked at Discogs. And not only a portion of them, I have them up on my website because a lot of them Discogs updated their blog, and a lot of my stuff disappeared when they did that, unfortunately. Um, like oh my god, I did an interview with Alex Patterson of the Orb, and they lost it. It's like, oh my god, you're kidding. That one really irritated me. It still does. They're just like, oh, whoops, sorry, we lost your Alex Patterson interview. Like, oh, thanks. And there are others, but I interviewed Wolfgang Vogt as well. He's in there. If you search around, you will find my interview with him. Thomas Fellman of the Orb, the other part of the Orb, I interviewed him. But yes, long-winded answer. I definitely know Roman. Love that guy. All right, looks like no one else wants to talk, Magenta. It's just you and I. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to James K too, as I'm like I said, as I'm on my way to soak myself tonight. I'm looking forward to listening to that because you reminded me that I want to listen to that. I just haven't done it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Love Efteman. Do you know Tromprinz? I was just getting ready to do a Tromprinz video, and I was wondering if anyone would care. This is the spelling of it. Do you know Tromprinz? I suspect that you do. Tromprinz and all of his different aliases. I'm hoping you don't know this because you will get lost in a sea of awesome. Okay, you do. All right. He just put out a new album. Did you know that? And do you know the name it's under? Because I would love to refer you to this. I just got it the other day in the mail. He just put out a new box set. As you know, he only puts a, yeah, not Prince of Denmark. That is a box set, and I do have that. But he just put out a brand spanking new box set album under a new name that he has not used. And of course, it's awesome, like everything he does. Okay, well, at least you'll watch it. I was gonna do a video on him, and I was like, no one's gonna fucking watch this. But Magenta, if you're the only viewer, that's good enough for me. I'll do it. Let me link you to the new album. It's so good. Oh my god. It is sick as hell. Just again, like everything he does. If I can find it, come here. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Retirement investment. You're not wrong at all. Check out that link. That's his new album. He did it under a different name, so I'm not sure how many people know about it, but oh my god, it's so good. It's 6 records, man. And it's sick. It's oh my god. I mean, just cut after cut, Magenta. It's just insane level of quality. I mean, it's so simple, but he's so good at what he does. It's like it's simplicity perfected. I've been listening to it nonstop for a month. I mean, there's so much to sink your teeth into, but yeah, the Prince of Denmark album, that is really good. Everything he does. Yeah, I was gonna do a video on this. I'm still here, by the way. I'm scrolling. The reviews on Discogs always crack me up too. Some people get so emotional about this music. I kind of love it, you know. Some people are so taken with this stuff. I mean, I am too, but some people have these profound, like spiritual moments listening to this music. It kind of cracks me up. Sweet. You got so much shit to do, Magenta. It's ridiculous. You're going to stop coming to my channel because you're going to feel like you have homework to do. I was watching this dude's channel, but Jesus Christ, every time I go there, I have assignments. I liked him at first, and now I kind of hate it. I wouldn't blame you. But I have to. I have to recommend this stuff. Yeah. Um, Magenta, do you know Black Dog? I know I did a video on Black Dog. I'm assuming you know Black Dog. You must know Black Dog. I'm thinking of other groups that I'm almost positive you'll like. And with specificity, Black Dog Bites. Have you heard Black Dog Bites? One of the great electronic albums of our lives. Okay, you have. Damn it. How do I stump this woman? How the fuck do I stump you? There's got to be something you don't know. Mm. So you know plaid then. That's not, you definitely know plaid. Beaumont Hannett. Do you know Beaumont Hannett? There's got to be one you don't know. Trying to think of like, you do. Fuck. Before I even ask, there's going to be a yes. Have you heard of yes? What about yes? What? Yes. Yes. Well, shit, I can't stump you. I mean, what am I going to do over here? I'm thinking, what is a really kooky? I'm trying to think of something I was listening to recently that I really loved. Some random shit. Obviously, you probably like Richard Kirk, I'm guessing. Yes. Yes. Journeyman. That's what I was listening to. Have you ever heard Journeyman? I pulled an old Journeyman record out of my collection. Yes. Fuck. No, you're good. See, this is on me. I have to come up with something. I honestly, you'll be teaching me about stuff. I have a feeling. Oh wait, nope. To what? Journeyman? Or are you just fucking with me right now? I don't blame you. I encourage people to fuck with me. Journeyman. This one. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, this is on download. This is for download in the States. I assume you can find it on Apple Music in the UK, I would think. This is a British release, so I would think you could get it, but I don't know. Who the hell knows? Okay. Check this out. This is a nice little hidden gem, man. If you like long, like spacey, ambient dub dub techno, excuse me, dub techno, stuff like that, you will love this one. Let me know what you think of that one, Magenta. I think you will enjoy this one. This is an album you just get lost in, man. It just like it picks you up and you kind of float into another space. And the dude's name, he recorded under the name Woob as well, WOOB. His name's Paul Franklin, and I would recommend you get anything and listen to anything he does. Paul Franklin. Mercudio, what's up, my friend? I haven't seen you for a while. What are you doing? You showed up right as I'm getting ready to leave. That's okay. I got to bounce out of here soon, though. Magenta and I have just been dorking out on electronic music artists, as we should, as it should be. How you doing, Mercurio? What's new? Are you one of the 7 people that have been lurking and not speaking? I'm glad you're here, though. I encourage lurkers. It's all good. You know, it's even better if you speak, though. But it's okay because Magenta and I are vibing, and that's what it's all about. I'll take it. I love it. Honestly, this is the music that I love the most. Like like electronic goodness. I think people assume it's industrial music, and I do love industrial music, but this is the stuff that I love the most. Good. I mean, I love this stuff. I can't guarantee that you'll love it. Although Magenta, I think you will. McCurdy, well, if you like Richard Kirk, I mean, um, yeah, I think you'll enjoy these. Ultramarine. Magenta, I know you know Ultramarine. I was listening to them the other day. Very, very good stuff. And they're still around. I think a lot of people don't even know that, but they are still around. Love me some Ultramarine. Ah, that's all right. We, just you can throw your weight in there. It's all right. Is that why people? I wonder. Well, oh well. What can I do? You don't need to know anything to speak. I mean, it's all good. I just assume that people are going to want to talk about music or film or whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Um, but I need to. Oh, here we go. Yes, Woo. Yeah, I have heard Woo. Indeed, they're from. Well, if it's, I feel like maybe there's more than one Woo, right? Are they the one? They're from. Is is Woo the one? They're the band from Wimbledon, right? Are they the one from? They're from London. Am I right? Am I getting that? Am I fucking that up? If so, yes, I know Woo for sure. Yeah. Arcturian Corridor. Is that the same band? Am I thinking of the same Woo? I think that's a different one. No, maybe I haven't. Okay, it is the same one. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep. Yeah. Hey, so are you, my friend, Magenta. I don't know that we're gonna stump each other. I think we should both be proud to be walking encyclopedias. We just know our shit. We're lumbered with tons of knowledge. We're just that good. We can't help but be good. You know what I'm saying? It's the way it is. Love old acid house and things with, yeah, man. Me too. Yep. 808 State, right? Acid house at its very finest. As we talk about all this crap, I just want to listen to it at this point. Now I'm just like, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to listen to this shit. But it's all about James K, I think, as I get ready to leave. I'm definitely going to fire that up and blast it in my car. I have an insane bomb ass stereo in my car, and it's kind of the best way to listen to music for me as I'm zipping down the road at high speeds, pumping music in my car stereo. Although I think I might have to put that Herbert track in there just because I've been obsessed with it all day. Um, Are you asking me that? Strange Darling? It says strange period darling. I'm not sure what you're asking. I don't think I know what you're talking about there. Sorry. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of that movie. Let me look that. Oh, straight here it is. Strange Darling. Yeah, I've never even heard of it. Looks like it was filmed here in my hometown. Um, yeah, I've never heard of it. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard of it. Yeah, I never. I admittedly like. I am tuned out with movies over the last couple years, man. I just I don't know. I try so hard to like modern movies. Are you guys watching Pluribus? I I really like it. It took a while. Like I love Vince Gilligan. I think the whole Breaking Bad world is absolutely brilliant. It's other than The Sopranos, I think Breaking Bad's the most brilliant TV show of all time. So just based on Vince Gilligan doing it, I was like, okay, let's watch Pluribus here. It took a while. I didn't really like it at first, but now I'm totally into it. I don't know if you guys are watching Pluribus, but I would recommend you do, and I would recommend you hang with it because it had an incredibly slow, dare I say, boring start. It just kind of was repetitive, and I still feel that way. But now I'm like, okay, now we're in full swing. Um, yeah, I don't. I make a point of that. I make a point of that. I don't ever research any movie before seeing it. It just completely ruins it for me. So I won't. You can trust me on that one. I will. I'll see it. You guys like it, and I trust you guys, so I'll check it out. And it was filmed here in my town of Portland. So hey, there you go. Yeah, watch Pluribus. I mean, if you like Breaking Bad, I mean, it's a completely different scenario, obviously, but it's Vince Gilligan. It's you can tell it's him. The way it's shot, the writing, it's just the guy just writes. He's such a good writer. He's got this really just this untouchable ability to like dig deep into a person's psyche, but then also give you what you want as a viewer. Like he's not afraid sometimes take an easy way out and giving you something you really want to see as a TV watcher. He's so good at that. But it doesn't diminish the fact that he can give you a very complex character. He's so fucking good at that, and Pluribus does that. It takes a while. Like I said, the first 2 or 3 or even 4 episodes, I was like, "Man, I don't know that I can do this." It's really repetitive, but then he grabs you. I think it's by the ninth episode now. I think there's one more. Um, by episode 9 now, it's like I'm totally gripped. I'm like, "Okay. Yeah, this is he got me again, man." It didn't grab me right away like Breaking Bad did. Breaking Bad was one of those shows like after the first episode, I was like, "Holy shit, this is amazing. I got to keep going." And somehow it got even better and better. But Pluribus is a slow burn. But yeah, watch it. It's Vince Gilligan. That's all I can say. The dude just he knows how to rope you in, man. Um, And with that, I gotta go. I gotta go, guys. I hate leaving because there's 8 people here. It's so hard to get people in here, lately at least. But hey, thanks for coming by. I hope you guys come by in the next one. Should I have another one soon? It was great to talk to you guys. Um, if you guys are down for another one, it's kind of a lazy week. It's the week between Christmas and New Year's. I figured it would be a good time. People are home, maybe not working as much. I don't know. Might be a good time to do it. Maybe I'll Maybe I'll catch you guys again soon. I'd love to see you guys come back. But yeah, William, watch Pluribus. Let me know what you think. Magenta, tell me what you think of all the stuff that I recommended to you. I would love to hear your take on that. I will listen to James K, and I will tell you what I think of that if you care. And okay, cool. Yeah, I'll try to do. I really have nothing planned this week, so I'll do another one by the end of the week. Maybe I'll see you guys in here again. It'd be great to see you guys. Thanks so much for coming by, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.